So we're here today in Michigan, one of the contested states with allegations of voter fraud. So we're here with one of the locals, Sam. Could you explain to our audience back home about the voter fraud and try and give them some evidence of it going on?
It's probably one of the most disgusting things that we've seen here in this country, and the voter fraud, it's running rampant here in Michigan. We had our poll watchers, the GOP poll watchers, they were all kicked out in the hundreds. There were hundreds of them that were kicked out from the vote tally center. They boarded up the windows. They won't let us see what's going on inside. The voting systems, the computers, we're now finding out, glitched out and switched thousands of votes over to Joe Biden and took them away from President Trump. And the Democrats are trying to stall us every chance they get when it comes to observing and counting this vote. And you know, the way we're seeing it, if they have nothing to hide, they won't be trying to keep us out so hard, and it's really quite shameful what we're seeing happening here.
So you mentioned as well about a candidate being photographed in the polling station. Could you tell our audience back home about that?
Yeah, he's a state rep candidate. His name's Darren Camilleri. He's running for the state house here in Michigan. And on election night, they actually have him photographed being in the city clerk's office, which, according to federal law, candidates are not supposed to be in the rooms where they're counting the votes. And they actually have him in the room where the votes are being counted. And the county clerk, who is in charge of counting the votes, is an open supporter of his. She's on social media saying that she's voting for him, that she supports him. And, you know, it's just shameful the fact that they're giving this access, and the Democrat candidates are giving this priority and being allowed to sit there in the rooms where the votes are being determined and breaking the federal law, and no one's questioning it, and we're all being told that we just have to accept it.
So do you think Trump's going to win the election?
I think he's already won the election. I think that when you count every legal vote, we have the votes to win this thing. And it's when you start counting the illegal votes, the fraudulent ones, the ones that were found after the fact, that's when things start changing. And I think if we stick by the legal votes, President Trump easily won this election.